All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shai, Kol Haloyim Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawah Shai, Bahashem Barakat Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called, They Ready to Take Your Children. All right. And, hey, this is something that's been planned out for a while anyway, you know, because if you remember back in 2020, they had came out with a law that was called HR 666. All right. Which let me see if I could bring that up actually. HR 666. Let me see if it comes up. Oh wow. They changed it up, huh? Let me see. To carry out the law enforcement violence prevention. Nah. See, they slick as hell, these devils. They'll change their shit up, man. Let me see. HR 666. Chop, there it is. Is this it? This might be it right here. Child Care Act of the provision of child care services for children living in homes with working parents. Might be a little hard to find it now. I know in 2020 they definitely came with that law because they were talking about it. It was a big talk. I have it somewhere posted in my IG, but it's probably like all the way at the bottom. Probably gonna take me a while to look for it. But let me try this again. Hold on. HR 666 able to false claim bills allow strangers to enter into your house. All right, this is getting closer. They gonna say it's a false claim, but it's bullshit. Okay, here we go. It says a false claim of forced removals under contact tracing bill. All right. That's not true. Yeah, well, remember, never trust thine enemy. All right. You know what? Let me do it like this. Released. So like, just bear with me. Came back up. Does not authorize anyone to come to your home whatsoever. All right, I'm gonna go with these, even though saying false claim is bullshit. All right, because what it had to do with was that, see, yeah, they were able to come into your home and separate you from your children, right? Especially with It's like it says here, Trace Act will allow the government to forcibly enter homes, test, and remove family members, including children, to be taken into, you see, these camps. All right. And they're saying it's a false claim, but it definitely is. See, exactly. It was introduced on May 1st, 2020. All right. And that shit went right under our head, right under our noses, and it went over our heads. Nobody realized when that shit was really being put out. You know, the men of the Lord was posting all over the place about it. All right. But, you know, now they're saying it's a false claim. You know, remember, once they sign off on one of those type of acts, all right, those are signed in, and that's it. They're already in the system. You know, whether they want to say it's a false claim or want to make you forget about it or not, it's there, you see. All right. Which is going to lead me to my next point, all right, of my video. These two videos I want to show you. All right. This was going to happen to your children, man. All right. This is one of them. I mean, this is all them literally trying to, you know, yo jabba jabba your children, man. This is in the schools. This is why we basically tell you, man, take your children out of school. You know, that's something that I want to do, you know, bad, but you know, my daughter's mother's an Edomite, so she be on her little bullshit, you know. But Lord willing, Yahawah protect her and, you know, have mercy on us, you know, me and my daughter. But yeah, man, it's best if you could take out your children, man, take them out before shit goes down, because all they got to do with their HR 666, there was also saying that they could take your children while they're in school, and basically all they got to do is shut down the school and make up a lie. You know what, Salakia, I'm not even sharing it. My bad. Let me share that now. Salakia, I forgot to share. Let me show you guys again because I forgot to share it. All right, this is the false claim, all right, but it's an actual claim. This is for real. This came out in like it says right here. It was introduced in May 1st, 2020. All right. And it basically allows strangers to enter into your home, test you for, you know, that, and take family members into these camps. All right. And this is separation is coming. All right. This is real shit right here, man. This is not no joke. All right. They're really here to separate you from your children. All right. And this is the video that I was showing. All right. See, like I said, Salakia, I didn't show it in the beginning. All right. Shalom. All right. But yeah, man. So basically, all right, they have the power to basically shut down your school, your children's school at any time. All they got to say is that there's a major outbreak, all right, that we had to shut down the school, and they can take your children from your school, from their school, and transport them to a whole nother place. You see? Matter of fact, brothers was even talking about how they starting to have bus drivers, all right, that are actually military soldiers that are driving these buses. You see, where pretty much they can just literally round them up, put them in the bus, and take them to a whole nother place, take them to a camp, because that's what it's really going to go down to. All right, which I'm gonna show you another video where they're taking children already to camps to show you that this shit is real, man. This ain't no bullshit. See, they're not just going to say all schools, let's do it all at once. Now, it's not going to work like that. They're doing it little by little, school to school, you know, until it basically falls into place the way they want it. And it's everywhere because they're putting people in a panic. So again, these people can shut down school at any time, and this is why we advise people to take your children out at while you can. You know, fuck the school system, fuck what they think, fuck if if they saying your kid ain't having a education, they'll try to scare you with child services and all that shit. Hey man, leave it in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. This is why you got to serve the Lord, man. All right, this is why you got to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to keep you away from all this wickedness. All right. Everything is controlled through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So as long as you doing the will and praying upon them and to have mercy, all right, hey, he'll keep you away from all that. You see? But again, these devils will definitely make a move at any given moment to shut things down. All right. And you're seeing it little by little. They're shutting the schools down again. All right. And at one point, they're going to make some type of catastrophic thing go down. All right. Might be within this month, might be within next month. All right. At one point, something catastrophic is going to go down and it's going to shut everything down at once. You know, and they're going to come with different scenarios. You know, they could tell you that your school is under siege or something. You know, they could tell you we're in the middle of attack or something from one of these other nations, anything, and they could just withhold your children. All right, take them without your consent. All right, they could take your kids right now in school if they really wanted to, and without your consent, stick all that, you know, stick them yo jabba jabbas in them if they want. And this is what you're seeing right here. All right. You see these children, man. These children trying to haul ass right now. You see? And they're really trying to hold them down and stick them. You see? And this is why you got to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, because, hey, man, he'll put the spirit on these devils to do that if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of these women, a lot of these men, man, you're going to lose your children out here, man. And it's going to be something harsh for you to deal with. All right. Matter of fact, let me get you know what? Let me put this video. This is the other video to prove that they're taking your children.
For holding facilities. Michael, good morning to you. That shelter is just behind.
And this is a brother that was watching TV and watched this right on the news. You see, it says fight rages over separating immigrant families. And these immigrant families go to who? These immigrant families are Israelites, man. All right. It says possible path for undocumented children. All right. And then what they're doing right now is a lot of these Walmarts are starting to close. I posted that. Let me see. Oh, this is another thing. This is happening in China. All right. They're raiding homes, placing people on buses in the middle of the night, which we've been saying that that's going to happen out here too. They got that red list, blue list, yellow list, black list. All right. And they're going to come at all times of the night to round people up. All right. But the one I wanted was, let me see. Here you go. This is because I live in Jersey, right? So in Jersey, all right, which we know, like the brother put right here, martial law. That's what Walmart really means. Martial law. When you take the mart, you add the show IAL, and then law. You see, and it's funny because if you look at this little sign, see, back in the day, Walmart used to be a smiley face. It's no longer a smiley face. If you look at this sign, it reminds you of what? The sign that they have for the 1-9. You see, it doesn't look exactly like it, but remember, these devils do symbolism, man, to symbolize certain things. Let me put it like this. See? See, this is one right here. This is what that is supposed to look like. Think about it, man. Just you got right here. Perfect. All right, you got to get your head out of your ass, man, and really think about it. You see these little points. All right, when you look at it over here, look at that shit, man. This is the circle and this is the points. All you got to do is add the little ones. You see? And when you look at Walmarts, if you have any of them around you, I have a bunch of them around my way. So there's always a certain section that says pickup, and it has that sign right next to it. You see? Nowhere else around the building does it have that sign, except where it says, Walmart. But then it says pickup, and they've been making a lot of new on the streets, like in the parking lots. They've been redoing the parking lots, and they've been putting new lines that has arrows directing to the back and I've been realizing this shit, you see? And it just makes me think when they shut this down, which they are shutting them down. This is the second Walmart that's been shut down in Jersey. All right. And another thing I have been realizing that they were taking out all the McDonald's. All Walmarts have McDonald's. They always have a McDonald's in it. Especially when you first walk in, it's right there to your left or right there to your right. And that's the ones out here in Jersey where I live. And I have literally like 15 different Walmarts around where I live. And I've been to every single one of them because I actually, like shopping over there. For certain shit. They be having all types of shit that you can't find in other stores. But I've been realizing that they've been taking them all out. The McDonald's, and exactly where the McDonald's is, they have it set up in a certain way where it's like an entry point where you will probably go check in when you first walk in, and then they have like certain desks where people will be sitting at and running it. It's weird, man. It's weird. But to these these sheeples, they ain't gonna fucking realize that, man. They look at you and you tell them some shit like that. They look at you like you bugged out. All right. Yeah, that's another thing. Because, you're right about that. Because it used to be yellow. It used to all be yellow or orange. And now all of a sudden it's got the colors on it. Yeah, you're right on that. All right. But going back, all right, it says this is the second one, which I believe there was another post I had posted up. About the Walmarts. Maybe not. But this let me get this out real quick. All right. This says Americans will be detained in these FEMA camps. All right. Hey, look, it says it right here. It says that its war on terror is increasingly focused on its own domestic political enemies. If you're conservative, Christian, or gun owner have expressed disapproval of your government in any way, a veteran, homeschool your kids. Look, even if you homeschooling your kids, see, if you're going to take your kids out, don't report that you're going to homeschool them. Just sign them out. Sign them out completely. Fuck it. It's harder for them to track you like that, even though they know your info regardless. All right. But don't sign them up for homeschool and let the school know that that's what you're doing. Just sign them out of school, man. You see? Because they will track your ass down. It's going to look in the system like, all right, this person's at homeschool, so we're going to target them right away. All right. Whereas if you just sign them out, they don't really know where your kid is at. All right. But it says, well, this includes you, you see? So this is who it's going to be made for. Those that are against society, all right? The ways of this world are the ones that are going to be detained in these places. And they're making room for it, all right? Another thing that they're doing, I just realized this was yesterday or today, right here. You got Ocean County, because this is the county I live in. Yo, there's mad ShopRites out here. 7 of them were sold. You see? And it's all the ones around my way. And if they're sold, they're going to close them down. That means that they're going to close them down. So what they're going to do with these things? They're going to turn them out into FEMA camps, man. You ain't about to sell them out. All right? Sell these things. and then go rebuild something else in them. Nah, it don't work like that, man. 7 of them, that shit is crazy. And the ones that they're selling are key points where all these other little towns are around. These are pretty much the biggest ones around these towns in these counties, in this county. So they're gonna turn those into to those camps, which they already have camps set up. All right, but remember, there's 7 billion people on Earth. You got to make room for people. All right, so let me go back into this.
Facilities. Michael, good morning to you. That shelter is just behind me. If it looks like a Walmart, that's because that's what it used to be. It now houses boys from the ages of 10 to 17 years old. They spend 22 hours a day inside of that facility. And for the first time, we were part of a small group of journalists allowed inside. What we saw, they are nearing capacity, and space is now running out. And so many people have been asking, what happens to those children once they're separated from their parents? Well, they're brought here to a facility where they're taken care of by the federal government. This is as far as our cameras are allowed to go. You can see it says keep out private property. And this facility is so big, it used to be a Walmart supercenter. And this is what it looks like inside. This footage shot by the Department of Health and Human Services during a tour we took of the facility. This mega shelter is nearly at capacity, close to 1,500 boys, 10 to 17 years old. Since May, nearly 700 children have been used for holding facilities. Michael, good morning to you. That shelter.
See, man, look, man, these people ain't playing, bro. All right, matter of fact, let me get these scriptures I wrote on the side here. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. You see, and they're just gonna hold you in these places, man. And what goes in these places, all right, don't believe it when they tell you all the government's they're taking care of them very good. Man, listen, these people gonna use these children for adrenochrome. All right, they're gonna be taking your children and doing all types of sacrifices with them. It tells you that in let me grab that. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 4. All right. It says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh and feasts of blood. Yeah, because they do sacrifices. They do spirit cooking with your children. They feast of blood. That goes into them doing the adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is when they take your children and they do a certain process with them. And they drain their blood. You know, that's what keeps these celebrities looking young. At the end of the day, it's not to just keep you looking young. It's they doing sacrifices with that. All right. And what they do is they drain the kid's blood. And when they're about to just die, all right, they stop the process because your body will recuperate itself. All right. Especially when you're young like that. And then they'll put you away, and then they'll let your body recuperate itself, and boom. All right. After you rejuvenated, they'll use you for another day. You know, whenever they need some blood. And this is the shit that they're going to be doing, man. And it says, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feasts of blood with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew. And the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help. And the crazy thing is you got people that won't even care about their children, man, and go out there and push these children out there like that, man. They'll literally, there was a couple, somebody had posted up on Instagram, man. You had a mother that was selling her kid, you know, just for her to get what was it? She was trying to get something, but she basically sold their children, man. Sold their children as a sex slave and everything, just so she could get her benefits out of something. You see? And that's the time that we entering in, man. For the love of many, all right, shall wax cold. All right. People's love is gonna wax cold out here. And those that don't get right, man, especially you fucking women, man, that want to be harlots and shit like that, thinking shit is sweet, all right? Your kids are gonna be destroyed right in front of your eyes, all right? Your children are gonna be taken away from you, all right? You might have to boil up your children in those days, man, because of starvation and things like that. And when shit hit the fan, all right, you women not gonna be able to handle what's going on. And then your children gonna look like straight meat, gonna look like straight McDonald's to your ass. All right, gonna look like a little McChicken sandwich, and you gonna boil up your children and make some food out of them, man. Let me get let me see, I got a couple scriptures written down. Matter of fact, that's a curse that that our children gonna be taken away. Deuteronomy 28:41. And it says, and it says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. You see? And this is also talking about the times that we were, brought into these different captivities. But remember, these curses are forever. These curses are upon us until we basically be destroyed. Yep, right here, like it says it right here. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. You see, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You see, this is something that's gonna happen all the way till we get up on them chariots and get up out of here and have the kingdom. You see, you got to suffer with these curses. So one of the curses is that we're going to have children, but we're not going to be able to enjoy them. All right? They will go into captivity, and then putting them in these camps, man, that's going into captivity right there. That's why it tells you also in Matthew 24. Matthew 24. All right? This was talking about the times of 70 AD. All right? But you could still put this into this time frame we're in, man. It says, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. You know how many of you women right now, y'all wanted to have, between the time of, especially 2020, man, people was having baby fever. They had nothing better to do than to be wicked as hell in their home instead of praying, all right, and getting right with the Lord. These people were, stuck in their homes. They was having babies, man. These people were making children. You look at man, these women got hella children right now. All right. So a lot of these babies are newborn babies, 2 years old. All right. 3 years old. Those children going to be taken away from you right before your eyes. All right. Those children are going to be dashed into pieces, like it tells you in Isaiah 14. It's like it 13. 13 and this is 13 to 17, and it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Yeah, and hey, these Medes going into these Russians, man. All right, these Russians, these UN troops have no care for any of you Americans, and especially ain't got no care for any of you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Yeah, not on their list to be all happy with. You see, they actually fucking despise you. So they're coming to just ravish our women, dash your children, like it tells you right here. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. All right, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Okay, and this is going into, when they hit you with these nukes. All right, where's the one I'm looking for? Women shall be ravished. Salakia. Yeah, did I read it? Oh, okay. It's above. Salakia. I started at 17. All right. Everyone, let me see. Yeah, we'll start from 15. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through and everyone that is joined onto them shall fall by the sword. Yeah, because this is going to be going into that martial law. All right, when they running up in your homes, man, you're going to be thrust through. Ain't no questions asked. They just straight taking you, taking your children, dashing them into pieces. Some are going to go into captivity. All right, women are going to be ravished. Your children might be ravished right in front of you. You see, this is crazy, perilous times we're entering, man. Then it says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished, man. You see, when we talk about your wives being ravished, man, that's your women getting raped. Okay, this is the houses shall be spoiled. Yeah, they're gonna be running it through your homes. All right, this is all, man. Right now we living in the time of Second Ezra's, man, 15, and we're about to enter it into it heavy. All right, let me get 15 and 57. Is that the 101? Yeah, 57. And it says, thy children, let me see, is that where I want it from? Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'll take it from there. This is 57, and it says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. You see, you're gonna be dying by the sword. Your children gonna die of hunger out here, man. All right, along with you parents, y'all gonna die of hunger too. It says, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh, you know, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. All right. 63 says 62, and shall consume thee and thy cities, thy land and thy mountains, all thy woods and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. All right, thy children shall they carry away captive. You see, your children gonna be carried away captive. And look what thou hast, they shall spoil it and marry the beauty of thy face. You see, so when they come in and start running up in your homes, they burning your homes, burning your lands. All right, you see that shit all the time. A great example is something like what's that movie? One of my favorite movies, Apocalypto, man. You see how these damn, you know, these wicked ass the other ones, the wicked ass Mayans, all right, they came for the other ones, and they just came and they just burned their homes. All right, they took their children, they were ravishing their women. All right, they was basically killing your children right in front of you. You see, even though that was showing you Mayans against Mayans, man, just that's what's gonna happen with these damn devils, man. They don't like us. They despise us. You see, that's a perpetual hatred that they have amongst our people. All right. Let me go back into Second Ezra's 16 and Salakia, bear with me. Even so in those days, all right, even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. See, they're gonna be searching your homes, man. A lot of people gonna be dying, but they still gonna be searching your homes to see if anybody alive. All right. Then it says, matter of fact, let me read this as I'm right here. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh, because these are plagues that are sent upon us, man, and are not slack. And it says, and as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and the sorrows shall come upon it on every side. You see? And that's what's going on right now. You having the world is having great birth pains. This is why you're seeing this happening everywhere else other than America. It's happening in America, but it's not happening on a high scale, but it's about to basically happen on a high scale out here. Everywhere else internationally it's happened because those are the birth great pains. You see, you got to think as America being the main baby in the belly, you see, and the outside of it, the outside of all these other, all these other nations and all these other countries, all right, that's basically the belly out on the outside. America's the baby, all right, that's kicking and making all the fussing inside the belly, okay, and it's causing the outside, the international countries and all that, to have their great birth pains. Those are the contractions. Everything is happening outside of America on a high scale. All right. And what's going to happen is it's all going to come to America at one shot. See, because America's the main place is going to be destroyed. So America's going to feel it the worst out of all these other countries. America's going to feel it the worst. And it's going to all happen at one shot. You see, these places are feeling it, but they're feeling it with different scenarios here and there and all that. All right, America's gonna get it all at one shot, non-stop, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hates this place, man. This is the mother of harlots. This is where all the philosophies come from. This is where all the wickedness has started and spread out everywhere else. That's why it says that the nations are therefore mad because they drank the wine of her fornication. You see, and that's why the beast is gonna hate the whore. They tired of America. All right. So let me go back and go down a little bit where we read 33 and it says the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. Yeah, because you women, all right, are not going to have your men. A lot of these men are going to be taken in the war. All right. And it says women shall mourn having no husbands. All right, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. Yeah, your daughters, your little daughters ain't gonna have no helpers, man. And those are gonna be taken away from you. It says, in the wars shall the bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see, because a lot of these men gonna go to war. All right, they gonna force you to go to war. They're gonna force a lot of you women to go to war too. You wanted to be equal to a man, now you got it. All right. Go to, this is the one I wanted. 46, and it says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. You see, they gonna take your children captive at one point, man. All right, it's gonna happen, and this is why you got to get right with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. If you don't want that to come upon your household, your family, all right, you got to get right with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, like it tells you in what? Matthew 24. Back to Matthew 24. All right, 48 or 42. It says what? It says, watch therefore, and ye know not what hour your Lord does cometh. All right, does come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. You see? So you have to understand, if you don't put your trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and get right, all right, your house is going to be suffered to be broken up, man. All right, your house is going to be visited. Remember, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is saving those that have the Tawah. All right, the Tawah goes into that mark of exemption. And back in the day, when the Passover will come, they will put the blood of the lamb on their doorposts so the destruction wouldn't come and take them. You see? So it's the same thing you got to do today, man. If you want your household to be saved, you got to have that, basically that blood of the lamb, all right, on your doorpost. But this time it's here. You see, it's on you. The mark of exemption is on you by doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, doing his works. All right. And what's going to happen is that your house is going to be saved, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will make it to a point. He'll make it to a scenario where they might go to these 3, 4, 5 houses all around your house, but he'll make the martial law troops skip your house. Everything is in control by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see? So this is why you got to fear the Lord, man, and do his will and repent. Because if you don't repent, these are things that are going to come upon you. All right? And it says, therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. All right? And this is why we tell you stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. It's important, man. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. That's right. See, brother, put it up. It's the spirit. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Exactly, man. 2nd Ezra 2:29. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Beautiful, you see? So as long as you doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and you trying to the best of your ability, man, he gonna give you that tawah, man, that mark of exemption. Matter of fact, let me go to that, because that tells you it's not going to spare your children. Ezekiel 9:4. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which Jerusalem is a people before a place, and set a mark upon their foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You see? And remember, this is why you want the why, because these people going to be like madmen, sparing none. All right? And ultimately, it's because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is allowing it and not sparing you. And it says, and to the others, he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare. And what does he use? Hey, when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua want to put a hurting on us, he uses Esau, the sword, as a whooping stick, man. And it says, neither have ye pity. All right? Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. You see? Little children is going to be done. All right? And women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the HMN, which were before the house. You see? Let's go into, just for edification real quick, Ezekiel 9 again, and let's get that word mark, all right, which is that the wah. And, you know, we'll bring it out for edification for any new people that are watching. Where is it at? Did I pass it? Oh, there you go. All right. The wah. Okay. And it says, see, mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. You see, you don't want to be judged, man. So you got to, let me see what it says for a root. To Scrabble, limit, mark, make or set a mark. To mark, to delineate. What's that word mean? Let's see. Can't go in there. Damn, you can't open it up. Let me see what it says over here. Definition of delineate. It says describe or portray precisely. The law should delineate or prohibit behavior that is socially abhorrent. All right, yeah, the behavior that's going to be prohibited, that's going to be held back, is going to be the destruction. All right, that's going to be put upon you. You see, going back. Matter of fact, let me go back 2 of them. 7, Ezekiel 7 and 9, and it says, I'll start at 8. Matter of fact, I'll start at 7. Start at 6. It says, an end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee, behold, it is come. it says, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near. Yeah, and what's that day, man? The day of Jacob's trouble. You see, Jacob, this is all part of Jacob's trouble. This is going to start happening in. All right. And remember, Apostle Tahar coined this year what? All right, the turn up. 2022 turn up. You see? So when we get turned up, yeah, Jacob's trouble gonna fall right in line with it. And it says, and not the sounding again of the mountains. And it says, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. And my eye shall not spare. You see, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not a respecter of persons. He's not going to spare anybody, man. That's not worthy of, if you're not worthy of this truth, all right, you're not going to be spared. It says, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. Ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that smited. You see? All right, let me get let me grab what's the one I'm thinking of? Oh, the righteous shall scarcely be saved, KJV. Yeah, let me go up one. Slack here. We're here. Let me go one back. All right. This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them? What shall be, Salakia, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? You see, and it's going to begin with us. All right, especially starting with those that know this truth, that are in the knowing. All right. And then it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, yeah, because we barely gonna make it out. Scarcely means barely making it out. Like you're almost at that dying point and you pretty much think your ass is not about to make it. All right. And it says, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? You see? Amos, let me grab Amos real quick. Amos 5 and Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You see, you got a lot of people desiring for the day of the Lord, man, but you're not even right with the Lord. So what you desiring it for? The day of the Lord is just straight madness, man. Straight death, destruction. People got this picture painted in their head that the day of the Lord is just going to be butterflies and rainbows coming from the sky, man. All right. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to be a day of darkness. All right. A day of wickedness and evil being destroyed upon this earth, man. All right. You're going to see that what? That terrible demon-like power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua going into Alessandra. All right. Yeah, I have one more scripture that was just popped up in my head. Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? I'm trying to remember it by reading it. Man, Lord willing to come back. Let's see what we got here. Yep. I'll bring this one out again. That's the spirit. All right. Matthew 24:19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Exactly. And this was talking about 70 AD. But this, hey man, you can use this right in today's days. All right. These people that have newborns, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your children. All right. This is Proverbs 20:11. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right. Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, your children have to work out their own salvation also. Your children might be punished, all right, for the things that they did in their past lives. You know, we might have to ourselves see our children go. Even someone that's, hey, we're in hopes that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai have mercy on us and our household. But at the end of the day, we have to work out our own salvation. I tell my daughter that all the time. My daughter 12 years old, man. You see? And I be telling her to, get right. She knows, what she's supposed to do, but she be lazy with it. She be playing around. And it's ultimately because she's not living under my roof. She living with her fucking Edomite mom. All right, so she be taking the shit serious, lightly. But I tell her all the time. I tell my daughter with no hair on my tongue, straight up. You see? I tell her, if you don't get right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gonna put you to death. And she don't like when I say shit like that. But it's like, oh well. You see, I gotta warn you, because this ain't a joke. So if it ever happens, Lord willing it don't, and that, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai show mercy, because through our labors, we can save our children. But if something was to go down, man, I understand it's judgment. You see, it was meant for my daughter to go through what she went through. You see, and you're always gonna be judged, like it tells you in let me bring that out. So the brother put up that scripture, Ecclesiastes 12 and 14, and it says, "For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." You see, we all gonna have to be judged, man. All right. You rather have a righteous judgment than an evil judgment. You see, you rather die for righteousness' sake than to die for wickedness' sake. This is Ecclesiastes 16 and 1. "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons." You see, you can't. Hey, your kids ain't doing what they supposed to, man. We can't even be, putting our whole entire, time into them, man. If they don't want to get right, hey, there's a consequence for that, man. It even tells you that with your daughters. If you're in this truth and your daughters is acting some way, you're supposed to pretty much disown your kids, man. Like, all right, you want to play around and be stupid, then I ain't fucking with you. It might sound harsh, but you see, we understand that that our kids will come back to us righteously later. You see, this is Ecclesiastes 33 and 21. "For better it is that thy children should seek to thee than that thou shouldest stand in their courtesy." You see, you can't be trying to feel bad, all right? And because they're your children, you treat them a certain way. Nah, man, you got to be harsh with your children, man. You got to let them know to seek Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right? If not, your consequences, all right? You have to have the consequences like anybody else in this world, all right? You know better than anybody. I should have read that one first. Let me read this one and go back. Ecclesiastes 33 and 20. "As long as thou livest and has breath in thee, give not thyself over to any, for better it is that thy children should seek to thee than that thou shouldest stand in their courtesy." Them tongue twisting words. All right. That's right. This is Isaiah 63 and 4. "For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is coming." Who's going to be the redeemed, man? The elect. Those are the only ones that are going to be redeemed. Those are the only ones that are going to be saved. All right. The rest is going to feel the wrath and fury of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and you're going to learn to fear him in that day. All right. And then you're going to wake up in the kingdom ashamed. All right. You'll be all right after that, but you're going to wake up ashamed for a little while, and then you're going to be right back where you need to be, in your right state of mind with the law, statutes, commandments in your inward parts. All right, because you're going to come out of the loins of the elect, because the loins of the elect are going to be made perfect, man. All right. So if you coming out of our loins, man, you're going to be made perfect. You see? But hey, man, that's pretty much the point. See, this is real, man. This ain't no bullshit right here. This is a real law that fuck what they talking about, this false claim. All right. This is real. This was put out, like I said, May 1st, 2020. I remember when it came out. I remember I did a couple videos on it, and my channel that had those videos, they got terminated. You see, because they have the possession. If they have your children in their possession, when shit goes down, all they gotta do is make up some type of stupid ass, scenario up, and they'll take your children, and you won't see your children again. You see, so I advise people to start taking their children out. Those that are in this truth, they know what's up. All right. Lord willing, I could take my daughter out soon. I tell her all the time. I said, there's gonna be a point in time whenever I feel it through the spirit, I'm gonna pull your ass right out of there. I'm letting her be right now because, like I said, she lived with her mother, and I got no control over it right now. But I pray upon my daughter all the time to be led away from evil. But yeah, man, let's play this one more time.
It's been used for holding facilities. Michael, good morning to you. That shelter is just behind me. If it looks like a Walmart, that's because that's what it used to be. It now houses boys from the ages of 10 to 17 years old. They spend 22 hours a day inside of that facility. And for the first time, we were part of a small group of journalists allowed inside. What we saw, they are nearing capacity, and space is now running out. And so many people have been asking, what happens to those children once they're separated from their parents? Well, they're brought here to a facility where they're taken care of by the federal government. This is as far as our cameras are allowed to go. You can see it says, keep out private property. And this facility is so big, it used to be a Walmart supercenter. And this is what it looks like inside. This footage shot by the Department of Health and Human Services during a tour we took of the facility. This mega shelter is nearly at capacity, close to 1,500 boys, 10 to 17 years old. Since May, nearly 700 children have been...
Used to be a Walmart. Now that shit is a kid's playground. Let me read these again, because I actually didn't finish them. 2 Ezra 16-68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, YAHAWAH'S Yahushai. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, YAHAWAH'S Yahushai. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, man. I'm gonna be taking you right out your home, man. You see? And let me play that last one again. This is what's gonna be happening in these schools. And it's crazy because these some damn heathens, man. Now that some of them could be, Israelite, because we ain't about just, that skin color or anything like, confusion of face. But for the most part, these are heathens right there. And these heathens already feel it like, nah, man, I don't want that. These kids feel some type way of them getting, smacked up with that yo jabba jabba. Man, we in crazy times, perilous times, like it says. All right. So with that being said, Lord willing, it was edifying. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Haloim, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. The water of brothers for tuning in. The water for the scriptures. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Shalom.